What's good, y'all? So, just got news that Cody Latimer will be on the commissioner's exempt list. No surprise, really, after hearing that Quentin Dunbar and DeAndre Baker will be put on that list. So, what that means is that he cannot, Cody Latimer cannot attend practice or games, but he can receive treatment. He can be involved in team meetings, and he can work out of the facility, but he will not be able to attend practice and games, regular season games at all. So, those are the things about the exempt list. Until he is proven guilty or innocent, he's not able to attend practice and games. And he is going to be receiving his full salary. He will not be accounted for the full 53-man roster when that is decided after training camp if we do have a season. So our wide receiver core right now is Terry McLaurin, Steven Sims Jr., Antonio Gandy Golden, AGG, Calvin Harmon out with an ACL injury. Now, Cody Latimer is on the exempt list. Emmanuel Hall, torn Achilles. I don't know if he's really going to make the roster anyway. We still have Trey Quinn on the roster and Cam Sims Jr. is on the roster. Isaiah Wright, the undrafted free agent, and Darvin Kidsey and Jonathan Johnson, the Mizzou wide receiver that is undrafted. He might be cut because they do have to cut the roster down from 90 to 80 guys, so he might not even make the 80-man roster going to training camp. So wide receiver spot is really thin, and you know, like I always say, or like we always talk about, Pro Football Focus has our receivers rated as the worst receiving group in the league, ranked 32nd. I think, and I can't argue that. I think on paper we are, but I think we all know the potential of Terry McLaurin. We all know the potential of Steven Sims. Antonio Gandy Golden hasn't played a game yet, so he can't go off anything. Now Calvin Harmon with the ACL injury and Cody Latimer being, I don't like Cody Latimer to be honest with you anyway. I'd rather have a different receiver than him anyway. But I really think that we should really go after Josh Gordon. I don't think we should go after Antonio Brown because, you know, he fake retired and now he wants to come back and play. And he's just a wild card. You just can't trust his mental with the CTE and everything going on. Now, Josh Gordon, like I said, the NFL has changed the rules for testing for reefer. So if Josh Gordon, you know, if he can smoke reefer or whatever, then, you know, if he's not going to get suspended or tested for that, then, hey, sign him up. Dwayne Haskins needs some help. You know, the tight end position is lacking. That's probably 32nd ranked on paper as well. I can't be mad at people for that either because our best tight end on paper is probably Logan Thomas. You know, so it's tough. It really is. And I like Thaddeus Moss out of all of them, to be honest with you. But I think we should go after Josh Gordon. Dwayne Haskins is a young quarterback. He needs help. Terry McLaurin needs help. Steve Sims needs help. Right now, it's like Terry McLaurin's going to be double teamed every game. Every game he's going to be double teamed. Or really, they're going to game plan for Terry. They're going to try to take him out of the football game. That's going to be their plan, to take him out of the game, you know, rough up Darius Guice, you know, because he's fragile, and then, you know, make AP catch out of the backfield. So that's the game plan right now. You know, if you can do that, then you can take the Redskins out of their game, and it's going to, you know, possibly get ugly, you know. So we need another wide receiver to help out a young quarterback, to help him develop, and I think Josh Gordon's the best guy available. Demaryius Thomas is older. I think he's declining. And Josh Gordon's a wild card. We can't act like he's not really a sure thing. Who knows? He had a decent season with the Seahawks, and you know the past with Josh Gordon and Scott Turner being the wide receivers coach in Cleveland when Josh Gordon had his All-Pro season in Cleveland. So they had the chemistry there and the history there. So I think just off that, you know, Ron loves bringing in guys that have past history, you know, coaching them or some type of tie with his coaching staff. So why not bring in Josh Gordon? I think we're desperate at this point. I think the season's going to be shortened anyway. That's how you feel. You agree too, little man? So the season's going to be shortened anyway, in my opinion. So I really say bring in Josh Gordon. Just bring in Josh Gordon. We just don't have many options right now. You look at the wide receiver pool right now, Chris Hogan, Taylor Gabriel, Demaryius Thomas, and guys like that. They're just not going to cut it, in my opinion. But I really think Josh Gordon, if he can just keep his head on straight, I think he can really, really help out Dwayne Haskins. And the receiving core of Terry McLaurin, Steve Sims Jr., Josh Gordon, and AGG, it really sounds a lot better than what we have right now. It sounds a lot better than what we have right now. So I would do a 1-year deal, veteran minimum, bare minimum for Josh Gordon because he knows he can't be trusted. And he's been on multiple teams. He's been on the Patriots, the Seahawks, and the Browns. And he's been on 3 teams in a span of, 2 years, 1.5 years. So, you know, he's desperate to get in the league, and I feel like. And he did do the eye emoji, and him and Dwayne Haskins did the little eye emoji thing, you know, the little tweets and Instagram comments and stuff like that. So, Josh Gordon, he's looking to play. He wants to play. So, MLB, canceled or postpone one game, cancel one game is not looking good. I think the only way you can play sports is in a bubble. That's just the way I feel about it. If you don't do a bubble, then I just don't see it happening because players are going to go to clubs. They're going to party just like Lou Williams. They're going to go to strip clubs. They're just going to party. It's just human nature. That's what they're going to do. And and they got kids. They got families. Their kids could go to school and get the virus and come back home with the virus. So it's out of their control. It really is. It's out of their control. The only way you can control it really seriously is a bubble, in my opinion. Like I said, your wife could go to work. She could go somewhere, come back and get the virus. You could get the virus by going to the grocery store, by getting gas. It could happen anywhere, in my opinion. So I think the only way to do it really is a bubble. We'll talk more about it in my live stream tomorrow. Somebody proposed a really, 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 really smart proposal, and it was to have a city or 4 cities to house the football players, to house every team. And I know it's crazy. It sounds crazy right now, but if you want to have a season, this is what you got to do. So we'll talk more about it on the live stream tomorrow at 7 p.m. Also, they would have hotel rooms, dorm rooms in colleges. All the players would have to stay in there. They would play the season there. I already said the season should only be 10 games instead of 16 games. Then you have the playoffs. So, they would have to be away from their families, but, NBA players are doing it, and NHL players are doing it in Canada. All the players in the NHL tested negative for the virus, and we're going to get way more positive tests as the NFL season goes on, just like the MLB. So, in MLS, soccer, they're doing a bubble as well. So, the only way you're going to be able to do sports in America or in the North America is if you do a bubble. So, but let me know what you guys think about Josh Gordon and what we should do with the wide receiver position. I think we're desperate. I think it's a no-brainer to at least try to bring Josh Gordon in for a workout, at least to help out your young rookie quarterback. Even if Alex Smith some way, somehow gets on the field and plays, he's going to need help as well. All 3 quarterbacks, we need help. We just need more weapons on this team, and we're lacking in explosive weapons on this team, in my opinion. Veteran explosive weapons, in my opinion, because you just can't count on Cam Sims. You can't count on Trey Quinn. AGG is a rookie. I love Terry McLaurin. He's a beast. Steve Sims is a beast, in my opinion. So those are only 2 sure thing receivers on this roster, and they're still young guys with a lot to prove. So, all right, so hail to them Skins and hail to the Wizards. Peace.